Good evening. Actually, I'm recording this already. It's evening time. Okay, so I will continue with the three topics left. So that is Board of Election Inspectors and Watchers, final testing and sealing, and lastly, the Board of Canvassers. Okay, so as I mentioned in the first set, or maybe previously, because I will just kanang si one ay itahi ra binin ako no sa katong previous na video. So these are just good to know things. Okay, so the Board of Election Inspectors and Watchers. So um when in the conduct of election, naamang yun ni sila to man our kanang election process. So the electoral board or your board of election inspectors, they let's go back. Electoral boards shall refer to the board of election inspectors. So sort of one and the same na sila. Okay. So who comprises uh the kaning EB or the electoral board? The 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 people that are under the electoral board are, of course, your chairperson, the poll clerk, and a third member. Okay. Now, the election officer shall ensure that at least sa katong tulo, one member of them is technologically capable or maybe IT enthusiast or kanang acquainted siya to technology. Why? Of course, for the obvious reason that we already Philippines is already applying the automated system na nata sa kaning automated election system. And if you are not technologically capable or you are not into it, so it is kaning bale hard ang kaning pagsabot sa process ba or kanang at least murag naay lang siya kanang foundation about it. Okay, so this kaning siyang one person, it could be trained and that is certified siya sa DOST. All right. Now, um, kani daeng sa electoral board, um, ang mga members of the electoral board, although it can be anybody, however, naay preference nga gihatag to public school teachers who are qualified, willing, and available to render election service. So, if you have noticed in our during our elections, our beloved public school teachers are kanang unsa ito gani ay they are deployed no to to be of service during elections. So, mga busy sila kay um, they are, aside from being teachers, they also need to be part in making the election free, orderly, and honest elections. So that's how big the role or how heavy the role of a teacher, of a public school teacher here in the Philippines. Okay, so what are the qualifications for you to become? Okay, basin naniganahan diri no nga mag um, appeal sa electoral board. What are the qualifications? First is the members should have a good moral character and irreproachable reputation. Second, he or she should be a registered voter of the city or municipality. Third, has never been convicted of any election offense or a crime punishable by more than 6 months of imprisonment. Fourth, there is no pending information against him for any election offense. And lastly, he or she is able to speak, read and write English or the local dialect. So these qualifications are laid down in your Omnibus Election Code, Section 166. So these are the qualifications of members of the Electoral Board. Now, because that are the qualifications, how about what are the disqualifications? So, one of the disqualification is kanang naay mahulog nga conflict of interest. Because, wait for a while. Okay, so conflict of interest, if I may say, but there are words of the law, no, nga kanang unsa gyud mo disqualify. So for example, if you are related to one of the candidates to be voted for, of course, murag mahugpod no nga murag delikadesa na lang pud ba nga you don't want to be involved or you don't even if your relative who is kaning um kanang murag mahug ba strong candidate mura og murag delikadesa lang pud nga you don't want that the win of your relative mura siya mahug kanang unsa na ma mabahiran ba o kanang suspicion, no, bisan pa og how strong he is, then ikaw ang electoral board na magini mga chika-chika, so mo na siya, no. One of the disqualifications is if the member of the electoral board is a spouse or related within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity. So I think you already know unsa ng fourth civil consanguinity or affinity. So that's your first cousin, pikas-pikas. I mean, first cousin sa dugo or kanang mga in-law. Okay? To any of the electoral board or to any candidate to be voted for or to the latter's spouse. Okay? So, meaning, dili lang sa candidate but also to the spouse of the candidate. So, that is one of the disqualifications. Engagement in any partisan political party, okay? Lisod pod o ikaw ang magban sa presinto or ikaw ang electoral board unya na kay di gidapigan nga kandidato. So, of course, they want to these disqualifications are placed there to impart to the public that the electoral board or the one in charge of the election kanang proceeding sa election ang locality is impartial and does not side to a certain party or to a certain person. Now, what if kaning ano ito kani ay ang mga designated they are not sani kana murag uh they're not available or could be they are disqualified for that certain type of election. So there are also instances wherein there should be a substitute. So in case there are no enough public school teachers who are qualified and willing to partake or to render service in either of the following cases, first, there is a lack of public school teachers to be constituted as members of the electoral board based on the certified list submitted by the DepEd official to the EO, vis-a-vis the number of clustered precincts in the district, city, or municipality. And the second is one or more of the public school teachers in the certified list has or have been disqualified by the EO or election officer, and there are no other public school teachers in the locality who are qualified, willing, and able to be appointed as substitutes. So these are the grounds for the appointment of qualified substitutes. Okay. So, what if there are temporary vacancies in the electoral board? So, what could be the remedy of the law? So if in case any member of the electoral board is absent or there is a vacancy that exists, what will they do is that the current members, shall call upon the substitute of the absent member to perform the duties of that absent member. Now, so na may substitute. How about if ang substitute po dili makit-an? So members present shall appoint any qualified non-partisan registered voter of the polling place to temporarily fill the vacancy until the absent member appears or the vacancy is filled. If the situation is that if there are two members present, they shall act jointly. Now, ang kaning mga absent members, no, kanang especially if they will absent without any prior notice, or kanang it is very evident that ang pag-absent nila is with intention to um obstruct the performance, or kanang intention jud nila ba nga para dili sila mabulabog ang election and di sila maka-perform po sa ilang duties, that absent member may be arrested. So muna ang murag consequence if any case. Okay, now let's move on to the powers and functions of the electoral board. So in the automated election system, they will conduct the final testing and sealing of the vote counting machine. So, if you are kanang sa mga during few weeks before the election, ang mga teachers magtapok sila kay mag final testing and sealing. They will also be oriented as to kanang sa mga machine. Kung unsay buhaton, if this and that happens, blah, blah, blah. Or why that was charge. Okay. So next is verify the identity of a voter using the election day computerized voters list. So this is what you usually experience when you go to your precincts, di ba? Naanay mo nyo kanang inigsud gyud ninyo mga tanan nagusipangan or unsa tong imuhang kanang precinct and unsa ka nga number sa list para sayo na lang ang pangita sa imong pangalan. Third, conduct the voting in the polling place and administer the electronic counting of votes. So, more or less, kung unsa ang tanan man siguro ani makabotar na. So, you know, you're familiar with this and who are these people. Next is print the election returns and transmit electronically the election results through the use of the VCM. Next, act as deputies of the commission in the supervision and control of the conduct of elections in the polling place. Next, maintain order within the polling place and its premises to keep access thereto open, unobstructed, prohibit the use of cellular phones and camera by the voters, and to enhance obedience to its lawful orders. Next is furnish watchers certificate of votes upon request and perform such other functions prescribed by law or by rules and regulations promulgated by the commission. So, ang kanilang, okay, I will just, with regards to the use of cellular phones, I will just talk about it if we will move on to the watchers na lang. Okay. The meeting of the electoral board shall be made public and held only in the polling place authorized by the commission. So, kay nagtrabaho man sila, unlike sa uban no nga dili ma-absent or wa gyud trabaho during election. Unsaon man makabutar gyud sila sa ilang polling place. Unsaon man if they are assigned to a different same registered voter siya ani nga place, but he or she is assigned to a different precinct. So unsa man ang voting privileges of the members of the electoral board, di na ba gyud siya makabotar or unsa man. So electoral board members may vote in the polling places where they are assigned on election day as long as, first, they are registered voters of the city within the same legislative district or municipality where they were assigned. Next is their voting in the polling place where they are not registered should be noted in the minutes of voting and counting of votes. Okay? Di raman po kaya siya mo matter, no? If mo na nga dapat registered voter, yung ka ng municipality, kay bisan pag like ang presento, kung ang imong putaran, kagawad sa lungsod, makabutar man gyud ang tanang presento, pero again bisan pa og nakasa ang imong presento gyud nga nasa imong voting voters ID is kaning 22A unya ang naa dito sa imong na-assign ka sa 27B. So muna dapat i-record if in case you will avail of this privilege. And next is they shall add in the EDVCL, so this is the voter electronic voters list, no? Their names and present numbers and the place where they are actually registered. Okay? So, pwede nang ingon ana nga ang if nakasign kag lain, dito mo kaning dito ka mo botar. Also, in the alternative, the electoral board may avail of local absentee voting pursuant to a COMELEC resolution. Okay. So, DepEd supervisor official, which is your DESO and their support staff, who are unsa man ang ning ang composition, the election officer within the period for the constitution and appointment of the electoral board constitute one DESO and two DESO support staff. So, unsa man ang function nganong naa need maning DESO unsa mag-unsa man ni sila. First, they will plan, organize, and supervise the setting up of a voters assistance center at the polling or voting center to assist voters. And then they will also supervise the crowd management at the entrance areas of the polling place. They will also maintain a list of technical personnel as well as the PNP and AFP for efficient coordination, just in case something happens. Supervise and maintain the EAPP or makeshift EAPP as the case may be in the voting center. And they will also serve as the contact and point person of the election officer in that certain polling or voting center. So, di ba, one DESO and then two DESO support staff. Ang support staff, they will report to the National Technical Support Center the following: date and arrival at the polling place during the FTS or your final testing and sealing and election day, date and time of successful installation of the VCM, date and time of the start of voting of the clustered precincts under his or her jurisdiction, date and time on the date and time of the um, start, close of voting of the clustered precincts, the status of transmission of the clustered precincts, missing items in the VCM box, and defective SD card for replacement. They will also assist the electoral board in the installation and operation of the VCM if required, and troubleshoot the VCM in case of a system defect and provide solution there. Okay? I will not anymore tackle about what is the entitlements or the honorarium allowances of kaning mga EO ha? Because again, I don't think this will come out in the bar. Okay. Next is watchers. So, ang watcher, ang isa ka candidate or ang isa ka political party or association may appoint in every polling place two watchers who shall serve alternately. So, for example, PDP Laban, um, they will they are entitled to two watchers. And for example, lakas, um, they will also be entitled to two watchers sa pamayuban ng mga political party or candidates. So again, they will be um, privilege nila or kanang balinaag yun na sila. Pwede sila nga na watchers. Pero ang role, we will later on, what is the role of a watcher? So basically, kung unsa ang tawag nila, mo na yung role. Okay? So, um, qualifications of a watcher, they should be a registered voter in that in the city or municipality where they will be assigned, of good moral character, cannot is not convict has not been convicted by final judgment of any election offense or of any crime, knows how to read and write Filipino, English, or the prevailing local dialect, and this one, kani ang the last requirement most of but kani siya ang murag dapat bantayan no kay ni uban ganahan mag-watcher pero are actually disqualified. So they should not be related within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity or affinity to the chairperson or any member of the electoral board in the polling place where such person seeks appointment as a watcher. And also, ano pod, um, kanang kung kandidato, kay, again, delikadesa na lang pod, no? Kana. What are the rights and duties of a watcher? So, ang kaning watcher, by the root word of what they will watch. So, actually, kaning atong kaning makalambigit during the election, kanang atog yung mga storya, is ang kana na siyang mga tung deso, masiguro, deso, ang katong mga nasa DepEd nga deployed. Pero ang mga watcher, di man sila kaning ano no sa mga voters, they will just again watch. So what are their rights? They can stay in the place in the space provided by them. I mean provided by the ano nga kaning inside the polling place, except when the space reserved in the polling place is insufficient. So lahi nga dili siguro inside, but relatively makakita sila kung unsa ang proceeding. Next is they will be a witness and inform themselves of the proceeding of the electoral board. Next is they can take note of what they may see or hear because they are very vital in kanang uh, pwede sila kung naay mga illegalities nga kanang need na mag-protest. So they are the one na sila form sa ilang envelope nga ilang fill upan and submit it. This one, take pictures, images, or photo of the proceedings and incidents, if any, during the testing and sealing, counting of votes, transmission and printing of election returns, provided that the secrecy of the ballot shall be maintained. So, or in case of irregularities. So this is commonly, ano no, kanang naiuban nga deso, nga dili musugot jud nga kanang picturan. Take note kay mo lagi. Sa una, dili man po it was prohibited, but if there's an illegal proceeding or kanang sito nga irregular proceeding, then kanang kanang video or photo, okay ra na siya, but basta kay dili maapil ang balot og ka picture. So they will also, as mentioned, they will file protest against any irregularity. They have to obtain from the EB a certificate as to the filing of such protests and position themselves behind the chairperson of the EB in such a way that they can read the election returns while the chairperson is publicly announcing the recent results. Okay, the last one is actually applicable katupang kinaraan, no? Okay, so take note also that watchers dili pwede nga magpada ang mga although they are sort of no bias man sila kay they are representative of a political party or a candidate, um para lang ano I think there was a resolution with the COMELEC that kanang mga pagkaon sa poll watchers, dili na allowed ang mga politiko um ito ko ni maghatag og pagkaon sa mga poll watchers. Dili pwede maghatag ang mga politiko og pagkaon sa poll watchers during the election day. So of course, sa ibaton di before tagaan na o kaning meal allowance. So, muna circumventing the law. Okay. Um, final testing and sealing. Uh, I think I mentioned na nga, kani final testing and sealing, this will happen before the elections. Okay? Um, kanang the electoral board will announce and will convene in its assigned polling place or to test and seal the VCM. So, I think magtapok pa na sila somewhere nga, okay. So, um, then again, magtapok na sila sa isa ka place and they will test and seal the VCM. All right. Okay. Now on to the last topic, which is your board of canvassers. So the board of canvassers is a ministerial body. It is enjoined by law to canvass all votes and election returns submitted to it in due form. So mao na ang kanang naa sa kung sa lungsod mo na ang naa sa munisipyo. Anak nila um adto nila no adto man nila ang mga resulta so kanang adto ihatag nila. Its powers are limited generally to the mechanical or mathematical function of ascertaining and declaring the apparent result of the election by adding or compiling the votes cast for each candidate as shown on the face of the returns before them, and then declaring or certifying the results so ascertained. Okay? What is the function? They will be the one to consolidate the electronically transmitted results. Kaya di man yun na mag moditso no, man naman na per precinct, per barangay. So sila ang mo consolidate niya. Kay di naman ta mano-mano, there is no moraog kaning human intervention ba sa pag-add sa um mga votes. Okay, composition of the Board of Canvassers. The National BOC, it is first National BOC or Board of Canvassers for senators and party list representative. They are the COMELEC and Bank. Ang National BOC for the President and Vice President is your Senate and the House of Representatives in joint public session. Okay? So, ang sa let's kaning sa um ang sa Provincial Board of Canvassers, it's the provincial election supervisor or a lawyer of the commission. Ang chairman ni siya. And you have also the vice chairman, which is your provincial prosecutor. Ang mga members or secretary ang schools division superintendent. For city, it is the city election officer or lawyer of the commission. Ang vice chairman, ang city prosecutor, member, schools division superintendent. For municipality board of canvassers, so MBOC, ang municipal election officer or representative of the commission. Ang chairman to ha, ang vice chairman is your municipal treasurer, and um for secretary is the district school supervisor. In the absence of the district school supervisor, the most senior principal of the school district. And there could be substitutions if in case there is absent or disqualification due to katong related, blah, blah, blah. Kay mo maging kasagaran gud ang disqualification factor. So, unsa man ang powers and functions sa BOC. So again, they will receive um, the they will consolidate the election returns. So for the Senate as the national BOC for president and vice president, upon receipt of the certificate of canvass, they will open all certificates in the presence of the Senate and the House of the Representatives in joint public session. For the COMELEC and Bank as national BOC for senators and party list representatives, it shall canvass the results for by consolidating the certificate of canvass electronically transmitted. So more or less, um, yeah, ang pag-consolidate yun na. And of course, they should uh, have the authority to keep, no, in order the canvassing um the canvassing proceedings of that election. And magkagubot naman yun na during canvassing. So, dapat po nilang i-keep in order ang ilahang working place, which is ang katong canvassing room or hall. If in case there is irregularity or na ay mo pasiugda og disorder to um to make the proceedings disorder, then the BOC may ask a peace officer to kanang sani to take over, and katong mga ni cause of disorder, they may be put in custody. Okay? So I think um generally those are the functions of the BOC. So again, these are good to know things, and murag mahog nga 101 no kung election 101 kung kinsa ang mga tao nga naglihok during elections. Um, although some of especially those that are working as a public school teachers, they already know about this kay murag mahog nga apil na punis ilang kinaon every 3 years. So um but at least for katong mga igurang tigbutar, kay ba natag unsa ang mga lookout or kay ba na og amo kana siya si Deso day na siya si blah blah blah. Kay if layman magyud pumilik na sila, di ba? So I think it we have already covered our um goal topics, which are remedies under election law, the Board of Election Inspectors and Watchers, final testing and sealing, and Board of Canvassers. Okay, so I will uploading this the same day as I recorded it. My goal is before June 7. Okay, so it's still before June 7. Okay, June 6 naman. We will have our synchronous class tomorrow. I will still coordinate with Miss Cam as to the time. Hopefully you can view, I don't know if you can view this before our synchronous class. Might be after na. Nevertheless, ano naman sa gihapon na election again election law ra gihapon, matipo ra gihapon na ninyo no anigtuon. So it not necessarily nga naay flow good. Okay. So this is the second to the last meeting for our election law. Then the last one will be the synchronous class, hopefully in June 7, which is tomorrow. And if we will be successful in um, having our class in June 7, your exams will be on June 14. Okay? So that you will also have a time to to kaning to have your break before, or to have your to have your break slash muni muni, so that you can strategize how will you how will you how will you gani maneuver your fourth year, so and so that your fourth year first review year will be efficient enough to sustain up until next year September, hopefully. Okay, so think that's it for this asynchronous class, and hope I'm hopeful that you reached this far so that you will not miss out in any topics with regard to election law. Again, thank you and have a nice day.